Hello, Crazy Seller. It's Lisa Greig here. So excited to be bringing you our recruiting tips call for this week. We've got some amazing people that are going to share their stories, what they've been doing. They've had some great success over the last couple months. And we've got people joining from all over the country here. So welcome, welcome. This call is being recorded, so we will share this. This is going to be a format of some questions and some tee up. You're going to hear from Patricia and Shelly. They're going to introduce themselves in just a minute, and then you're going to have questions at the end. So we're going to just hold the questions to the end so this flows nice and easy. We're going to be on here for less than a half hour, so you guys are going to be able to jump back to what you're doing, but I'm super excited to introduce these amazing women. I'm going to have Shelly kick it off and then turn over to Patricia, and you're going to learn some amazing tips about what they've been doing. So Shelly Cook, my good friend, I'm so excited to see you, and I'd love for you to start with who you are, where you're from, what's going on in your world of recruiting, and your career title, so people can get a nice introduction, then we'll do some questions.
Fantastic. Yes. Thank you, Lisa. My good friend. We just got back from Oregon. I still feel jet lagged. I don't know what it is. But anyway, for those who don't know me, I am Shelly Cook. I like to consider myself our Chief Inspiration Officer of our group out here. I am from Newbury Park, California. And I travel the US, though, to slang crafted wine for a living. Tomorrow is my 2-year Scoutiversary. So a lot of things have happened in the last 2 years. And I'm just really excited to jump on board, get started early this year, right? Cancun, and get the team all motivated. So thank you, Lisa.
All right, Shelly, welcome, welcome. So let's talk about you've been doing a lot over the last couple of months. So tell us where you started January, where you're at now, and maybe like 3 tips or so about what got you there.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy to. For me, in January, I started out with a very small team. I didn't recruit my first year. I was working a corporate America job, actually. So first full year, which was not ideal, but it happened. Last year, I started recruiting. I got about 12 people in the whole year on my team. And since January, the amazing team under me has grown by 19 new consultants from January to today. And I hope that, hope is not a strategy. I know that we will grow more with the incentive going on right now. I'm really excited. It really took 3 things. And if you want me to list them all right now for you, Lisa?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. So I would have to say, number 1 is consistency. Even when I wasn't feeling the fruits of my labors, opportunity calls, visits, calls, texts, messages, you name it, I consistently had something going. So every single day you wake up and you say, I've got to contact at least 2 people and talk to them about the business. And I didn't deviate from that for probably 6 months-ish. The second step of consistency is your outreach, right? So that's one form of outreach. The other would be social media. There is not a day that goes by that I do not talk about the business on social media. And that's actually how we got our second guest star today. She and I have been friends forever. And she saw one of my social media posts. She goes, hey, tell me more about that. And I'll let you know what that was. I would say, so number 1, consistency, follow-up, right? Number 2 would be intention. Everything you do every single day has to have intention behind it. Genuine, authentic, transparent intention. From the moment you wake up, you get that to-do list ready, and you just focus. You intentionally go onto people's social media pages or text messages and say good morning and how are you feeling and how is that wine, and share your goodness that's going on in your world. I think that's really probably the most important, is just live the lifestyle, right? So that leads me to the 3rd button, is be the brand. I'm even on with all of you, and you're all consultants, but I'm wearing Scout and Cellar. I'm drinking Scout and Cellar out of a Scout and Cellar cup. And I will tell you, I've even had one of my best friends of 20 some odd years say, you're so stupid for drinking only that wine. And I said, I don't think it's stupid. I think it's actually really smart, and health wise and business wise, I love what I do. So and she goes, oh, I didn't mean anything. So I just explained to her lovingly, right? Be the brand. We just got back from a trip. I did Virginia and Oregon in the last 2 weeks. Yes, I fly a lot. I'm tired, but it's fun. Drop ship your wine there. I do not drink any other wines. We bring it everywhere we go. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not even gonna lie, literally. Brunch, you want some bubbles? I got bubbles. What are you drinking? Just make those conversations. I'm not salesy at all. I actually really freak out when people are too salesy and pushy, but I am me everywhere I go. If you've met me in person, if you've seen me on Zoom, if you've traveled with me, or if you've seen me in my jammies with no makeup on, I'm the same person. And I think that's really important. You do you, boo, is my life saying. Everybody has a different shtick, but for some reason, this time it worked this year, January, February. So I added 19 new team members under me. A portion of that was largely created by this beautiful Patricia, who's going to speak next. But I have a list. You guys don't have a list? You better get a list. We know where my list is. It's on my phone. I have under my notepad, and this is a great tip of the trade. On your notepad, on your phone, or download a notepad, put consultant outreach, okay? Every day you put an additional name on there, or you celebrate when someone signs up, or you put the last date that you talked to them. So every day you can go back and be like, when's the last date that I talked to Melissa? Oh, I haven't talked to her in like 3 weeks. Do it today, right? Do it today, do an outreach, voice message, be personable, and just do it. Like Nike said, right? That's one of those life sayings. You just have to make it consistent, right? So consistency and follow-up. Intention, every day, post, share, and live intentionally for the business. And number 3, be the brand. Recruiting is all of these things in one. It's not just, hey, do you want to jump on this business bandwagon with me? It's a life. It's a lifestyle. And people want to be with you when they see you enjoying life. That would be my 3 takeaways.
I love that, Shelly. And one of the questions that we get often that I'd love you to touch upon next is, that's great advice, but what do I say?
Oh yeah, this is a fun one. So I do share my voice messages. I don't text a lot. I'm being honest. I use voice messenger and voice text the majority of the time. And let me give you an example, I guess. Let's go, right? Is that what you want? Let's go, Lisa. So an example of a message I would leave is, Linda, hey, it's been so long since we've talked. I know we talked about the wine business. You are going to kill it when you join my team. It's going to be so exciting. And there's an amazing offer right now. I do not want you to lose on. So call me as soon as possible. I'll talk to you soon, honey. Bye. That's it. Genuine, authentic, intentional. And they always call back. It's the greatest thing ever. I haven't had, but maybe 1 in 2 years ghost me. And when they ghost me, it's okay. I'm going to still message them until they say no or yes. Right? And I'm not pushy. It's just fun. It's fun. It's clean crafted wine. It's a beautiful business. And we should want to scream from the rooftops what we do and invite everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Shelly. We're going to get to questions at the end, but I'd like to next turn it over to Patricia. If you can introduce yourself. When did you join? What is your career title? Where you're from? And what's going on in your world of recruiting?
Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm Patricia Guerrera. I'm in Santa Barbara, California, and I just made associate manager. So I started January 18th, and it's been amazing. It's just been a really, really cool journey through this. I just kind of jumped in and went for it. And since I started, I signed up, I think my first week, I think I had like 5 people join me and, you know, made lots of sales in my launch. So that kicked everything off for me. It wasn't hard. Like Shelly mentioned, just being yourself. And that's what I love about this company, and being around so many amazing women and men too, I mean, have joined. So just being yourself and not being salesperson. What I believe and what I feel is when you really enjoy the product that you're introducing to people, it's like I share it with my girlfriends. I always say, I've been in sales and beauty for over 30 something years in retail. And I always learned like not to sell anybody. Like I had to stop someone, you know, at Nordstrom or Macy's and tell them about a product. I didn't want to feel like I'm overselling, because what do when you feel oversold? They don't trust you and they return everything, right? The next day. So you're all excited, you sold everything. But what I noticed is just, I really love this product. I really love the clean feeling when I'm drinking. I didn't feel ill. I couldn't drink for a long time. I had some stomach issues going on for years. So what I feel is believe in your product first. Be genuine about it. Be excited about what you're sharing. So I share it like I'm telling my girlfriend, hey, girl, have you tried this wine? It's amazing. Like I don't feel, this way or that way when I drink it, like taste it here, bring a bottle over to your friend's house and just share. So you don't feel that pressure and people think, oh God, what is she selling me now? Oh God, what is she into now? So no one ever wants to feel pressured, especially with friends, obligated to buy from them. So another thing I like to share is tell everybody what you're doing. Tell everyone, post about it once or twice a day. The mailman comes, my neighbor, I'm at the bank and like, what do you do? And what do you do? And here you go, here, call me. Host parties, host, tell people, how about we get together and I bring a couple bottles and share with a couple of friends. And that's another thing I'm noticing is hosts, when you're hosting a party, they think you have to do like 4 to 5 people, have 4 to 5 or 10. Sometimes 2 people is enough. So a lot of times everyone is feeling that pressure, like, how do I do what you're doing? But you don't have to be like me, just be you, just be you and share this with everybody and host parties and ask for the sale, too. Ask for the sale. Don't be afraid to find out what they're into or ask them, well, let's get you started. I see you're enjoying your wine. You host a lot of parties. Let's get you going, So that's another thing to remember is you're always going to get different walks of life in this business. They can't be like you, don't expect everyone to be the same. So profile your clients, profile your host, find out what they're into before you give them a spiel, because not everybody is into doing it full time or part time or, and be excited. I mean, there's a lot of specials going on too. Let them know about the $129, deal that's, you get 4 bottles of wine and you can just taste it and enjoy it and make money doing it. So it's like, hey, this extended, and you tell them about it and they're like, well, what is it? What is this about? I want to do what you're doing. So that's another thing too. It's like they want to look at you first and see what you're doing and then they join. So give it time. Sometimes we want them to join right then and there. Give it time, so that's okay too.
Patricia, that's amazing advice. So your first week you brought on, so you've been with the company for about 6 weeks. Your first week, you said you brought in 5. I think the really impressive thing, because I've talked to Patricia, is your team is growing, not just directly yourself, but you're bringing in people and they are instantly recruiting as well. So what does your team look like now and how have you helped to create that culture?
I think we have like 15 in now. So they've recruited, I recruited those people and they've recruited people. So what I do with my team is give them small goals and direct them instead of bombarding. Everybody's new. I'm new also. So we're learning as we're going. So of course with you, Shelly's been amazing. I'm like, Shelly, what about this? Shelly, what about this? She's like, go to the back office, go to the back office. I go, I know. I will. So sometimes you don't even have a chance. It happens so quickly. So that's another thing. Motivating your team. That's a challenge because I'm used to being a one-man show here, a one-woman show, put it that way. So I'm always used to just doing what I got to do, goal myself. Okay. Like Shelly was telling me, if you have 3 people and then you sell 600, you'll get 4 bottles of wine. So that's what I did. I'm like, okay, what's next? I did that, check. Okay, if you sell 600 still, I had 1 more week to go at the end of the month, you also get another 4, really. Now you have to get those people to get motivated so they recruit people and you'll get this. So that's why I made associate manager. So finding out your goals. So once I knew that, I was able to share to my team and I guide them and not overwhelm them. So I put them on a messenger list, like a joint group chat call it my goddess, the wine goddesses. So I said, good morning, beautiful goddesses. How you doing today? Okay, for today's goal, let's do this. Get one person at least. If somebody doesn't have a consultant, okay, Cindy, you need a consultant. Jojo, you need this. Veronica, you need this. So I give them small goals to achieve and obtain instead of saying, we need 750 for the month. Okay, do 130 this week, call 3 people and post 2 posts. So I give them small goals so they don't feel overwhelmed, because you don't want to push anyone away. And a lot of people are busy working full-time or part-time, and to help them motivate, and then they see what I'm doing, and hopefully I can encourage them. And so they're seeing me and they're saying, well, how are you doing this? I want to do this. And I also let them know, do you know how to make money? This is how we're going to make money. Do you want to get to Cancun? And then I ask them what they want out of this. It's not just like what I'm assuming they want out of it, because I want Cancun. I want to be successful. I want to make money. Everyone has different goals. So I need to find out where they want to be in this company and how far they want to go, or if they just want to do it part-time. Veronica also has another business and she's doing something else. She has a family. Once or twice a month, host your tasting and you can have a successful month, So again,
Wonderful.
profile your people, profile your audience. It could be your consultant, your customer, and your team. So what I try to do is not push them, but motivate them, encourage them, and support, and say, okay, girl, you're $200 away. What do you need me to do? Let's get you there. Have you called so-and-so? And then Shelly and I stepped in to try to seal that last consultant. She had a problem, getting her and getting in touch with her. So Shelly went in, called her up, she signed her up, boom, there's your 3rd consultant. So we step in to kind of figure out, what do you need from us? What do you need? And where are you at? And let's get you help. Because sometimes you're like, I'm tired of bugging these people. I got frustrated. So that's like, oh, let me ask them, And so
That's amazing. You've done amazing, amazing things.
thank you. You guys have helped me so much.
Oh, gosh, girl, you did the work. So congratulations. These 2 ladies are amazing. I will share what I've been doing, and then we're going to do some questions for the 3 of us and some discussion. We'll go off recording for that, so you guys that get some extra bonus stuff that came tonight. But my name's Lisa Greig. I'm an executive director. I've been with Scout & Cellar since April of 2018. I absolutely love what I do. I'm East Coast meets West Coast. I started my business out in Boston. Have an amazing family of wine consultants out here in California, and decided to relocate out here, and now living the sunny Southern California lifestyle, which I love. So I recruited in February 4 new consultants, so I'm super stoked about that. They came from all different walks of life, right? So, you got to do the work, the consistency, right? It doesn't matter how long you've been doing this, right? But consistency is really important. One of the things, if I say one thing, do not prejudge, right? Anybody, this opportunity can be from anybody. If we all had the time to go around and introduce ourselves, we all came from different backgrounds. We all came from different upbringings. We all probably have had different schooling or careers or families or challenges or blessings, right? But you don't know what this business can do for somebody. So don't ever be afraid to ask. If you don't ask, you don't know, right? The other thing I would say is follow-up. Follow-up is key. I had an individual, and I first discovered Scout & Cellar when I lost my corporate job of 20 years. And I had one of my friends, my coworkers, lost her job too. She didn't take this route with me with Scout & Cellar. I asked her to join me. She's the first person I asked to join. She didn't do it. It wasn't right for her. It, wasn't her time. Guess who joined my business 2 weeks ago? Because I followed up all the time. It wasn't right for her then. Okay. So follow up, really important. Things to say, really, I think what it's important is you want to create solutions for people, right? You need to find out what's going on in their life. Is it to have new friends? Is it to have a different, learn more about wine? Is it, to save money for something, or to provide this, or is it for corporate, exit strategy? There's all different things. But what I can say as somebody who recruits people and somebody that mentors people is find out, talk to them, get to know them, and don't take any outcome personally, right? Don't be tied to a specific outcome. I truly believe if you give yourself over and give opportunities and provide opportunities, blessings will come your way. It might not be for the specific action you were hoping for, but you just got to keep going. So I'm going to turn off the recording now and share the opportunity for you all to ask some questions. But thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Shelly. You guys,
Thank
girls
you.
are amazing. I cannot wait to see what is going on in the next, 10 months here in 2022. And for everybody that joined live, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.